Hi everybody, this is A7X Fan Ben, and welcome back to the hourly campaign. This is going to be part 23. I'm on turn number 24, and the French are up right now, and I'm going to assume that I already changed the resource counter. 5 turns left in this duration, so the French are up first, and they're just going to their home island back with quite a lot of resources. They've got a ton of luxuries coming back. So there's the Belu and the Swan. Actually, right before this is being recorded on May 30th, I actually just did another collection review series video reviewing all the forts in the game. Palil does not have a helmsman. Resurrection Codex. Okay, cool. And recently, actually, Zerx and I just did a live session of VASSAL Campaign Game 4. So that's progressing a little bit. I'd like to do some more YouTube videos this summer. I'm not really sure that I will. I'd rather play, actually. I'm really getting pretty hyped about some games I'm hoping to play this summer. I was originally going to do, hopefully, 3. I may try to do more, but usually the time commitment, it's probably going to overwhelm me. Like the Legend of the Giant Turtle game took a long time. It kind of took up that whole day, and then with the battle report and the planning, it kind of took up that whole weekend. So I wouldn't count on a lot of playing, but kind of like with the Legend of the Giant Turtle game, though, when I do play, I want it to be really high quality battle report and pictures and everything like that. So instead of like a quick casual game, it's going to be kind of, each game is going to be kind of like an event in its own way, I guess you could call it. So not like an event from Pirates, of course, because I hate events. Alright. Yeah, so they're just loading luxuries. Not much happening with the French right now. So the die roll of 2 would mean the luxuries are kind of valuable. I think they'd be worth 4 maybe. Let me see what's going on with that. Die roll of 2 luxuries are worth 5, so they're going to get rich here. Okay, nice. So they're going to have some action soon. They're going to start launching next turn when those ships come in. The Belu and Swan will be the first ones back. Bijou can't quite dock. She did get a helmsman though, so that's good. Unicorn Pearl is headed back with a couple UTs. Or no, she's already back. Huh. Let me make sure I wasn't supposed to unload these in case she wants to dump them. Alright, that one can't be unloaded. And then Jade, yeah, she wants to keep that one. Alright, so then she's got a helmsman. So that's 2 cargo space taken up, so she has 2 left. And looks like they don't have any resources on their home island. They've already explored those 2 islands. She might actually hit that fog island. I think they have some nice UTs though. I think they found fireworks or explosives or something on that island. So I think she's going to go back there first. She's going to head to that island due north because I think this is a good positive UT that they'd like. They just wanted the 2s first, the textiles, because I think those were valuable when she unloaded them to launch, something like that. So anyway. So next, we've got, I don't even remember. I'm going to get this game confused with CG4, because they have similar maps and similar factions playing. Both have a lot of factions involved. So, alright. Let's make sure I see comments in case any come in. And then the Cursed are next. So that'll be fun. Cursed always have, well, not always. They often have interesting turns. And it looks like they're in the middle of launching. So that's, okay, yeah, this is going to be a huge turn, it looks like. Yeah, this is getting interesting with the Curse. So I see the Grinder has been put in play. Looks like last turn I launched her. Nightmares head back to the island. Yes, they have lumber readily available, which is the most valuable resource right now. Die roll 2, it's worth 6, the maximum amount. So let me just see what ships want to head out first. The Lizard Sting still doesn't have a helmsman, which is too bad. Alright, kind of surprised by that. The Grinder got a helmsman, looks like she loaded a UT as well. Okay, ignores terrain. Nice. So the Grinder is going to be Gold Runner for them right now. Might be a hybrid for them sometime, but no enemies yet. Might as well just maximize their cargo. space. Sea Rat has a helmsman, of course. So yeah, they're just going to the lumber island as much as possible, and they're just going to milk it until it's not as valuable. And they've got at least one ship coming in with resources. That should be the Python, I believe. So she's going to be able to unload here. So I'm just going to move her to this side of the home island a little bit. Alright. Yep, she's got 3. So that's another 18 gold, so definitely going to launch. They'll be launching at the end of the turn. That's the defeated Killness that's going to dock as well, I believe, but that one's complicated because of the Pandora's box and everything that happened with that ship. So I'm going to wait on her for a while. Sea Duck, I don't know if this ship has a helmsman. Nope. Huh. I don't see resources either, but that's my mistake. So she must have loaded 3 3s when she docked at that island. I'm going to put some there, or not 3 3s, 3 1s. And then I only moved S, so she's got L left over. This one's got a couple. Alright. Yeah, I'm hoping some kind of combat will start soon in this game to make it a little more interesting and exciting. That's one thing with a big map, you kind of run the risk of everybody's just kind of in their own space gathering resources. So might have to change it up, even if it's somewhat artificial, or kind of like forced a little bit. I think it would still be worth it to get some combat going. Not completely random, but there are some things that have happened that have made factions kind of in an interesting spot, especially with the Elizabeth pieces of 8 that are out there. So yeah, the pirates might factor into some early game stuff, possibly, but who knows. Defeated Killness is going to dock now. I got to do the Wisp too. I got to remember that ship as well. She's off fog exploring somewhere. So this one is the complicated one. So I see resources, so I'm just going to dump the 3s on the home island. So those aren't valuable right now, so I'm not going to cash them in. And then this might be pretty easy actually, because I don't think any of these are positive UTs she would want to unload. Yeah, so that one blocks all the negative UTs, so they're just going to keep blocking. So there's nothing really happens. Yeah, so fruit gets blocked. So nothing really happens. So she's just like a negative UT repository basically. So that's pretty simple actually. I don't need to worry about her anymore. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they've got, yeah, they have 11 ships. Okay, cool. So the Wisp is the only other one. Now I just have to find the Wisp. Man. Oh, I think I found her already. Okay, cool. She's in the southeast in CG4, and she's kind of near that area and on this map. So she already explored. Let me see what she's got. She explored that island. Let me see what she's even doing here. Oh god, she's got a ton of UTs. Yeah, I remember this. Some of them are positive, some of them are not. She's got explosives, so that. And then buried treasure, so that's only worth 1. Okay, so can't be given an action. I'm not going to go back and see what happened with that. Huh. She probably explored last turn, so I think I'm just going to make sure the buried treasure applies, and she's not going to get an action this turn, I guess. And she's got all this stuff. So that's the other cargo space, and then this other stuff does not take up space. But yeah, the forged papers. Wait, let me check this again here, because I could use that right now. Let me just make sure I do this right. Oh no, forged paper is just like an explorer. Never mind. I'm thinking of Markson's map or shipping charts. A lot of similarly named UTs give different effects. So I guess that's it. So they're going to cash in all 3 lumber for 18 gold. Let me get it up on the calculator here just to make sure I remember it. I'm going to go to my custom set first. I'm actually going to look at my stuff first here. 18 gold. So they're mostly just looking for another gold runner though. They don't have any enemies yet, so they don't need to launch gunships really. Devil's Child looks solid. So many customs. They've already launched a lot of the better gold runners from my, not my site, my my set, of course. Some of them are pretty fun. A lot of them are. That's kind of the point. Can't carry cargo gold. Actually, I might get like the Sea Monkey. Actually, I might get a Whiz Kid ship. I think I'm not gonna do a custom this time. I've already got a bunch of customs in play. I could go to my rankings thread, my rankings pages on Pirates with Ben, but I think the Sea Monkey is great, so I think I might just go with that one. The Dark Pact is nice too. Sea Monkey's got better speed, of course. So Sea Monkey gives them another little hybrid of sorts too. So kind of like the Grinder, they're starting to trend towards more hybrid type ships. But I think I'm actually going to do neither because I just saw the Hangman's Joke. So I'm going to do that one actually. Hangman's Joke. They might not have gold for another ship after that, but that's okay. Hangman's Joke's going to get a helmsman, and then she's going to join the Wisp in a fog hopping exploring capacity. I'm going to launch another fog hopper here. Especially because they want to start getting gold from other islands, and they want to find a lot of UTs. That's one of their goals actually with the fog hopping, is to collect UTs and bring them back home, so they can use them later in the game for various purposes. So there's the Hangman's Joke. She's gonna get a helmsman, which brings the total cost to 13 gold. I'm gonna put her right by the Wisp for convenience sake. Boom. So then she's going to get herself a helmsman here. Check what ET's on the Nightmare just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, that one's silly. Oh well. So now we got 5 gold left. So not a lot they can do with it. I might just keep it. Let's see here. Man, there's so much to launch. It really does become overwhelming really quickly. I've already got the Repulsive Waste and Death Lullaby out there. So I don't think I can really launch. Devil Sneer. That one only has 1 cargo, so I'm not gonna do that one. These ones aren't really any good. Funny names, but they don't need those yet. So, let's see. Yeah, there's not many Whiskid ships. There are only 5 either. Really cheap, cursed ships. They've got the Lizard Sting from Fire and Steel. So there's not much else. They might have a 5 or less point ship out there somewhere. They hardly got any in the first place, so probably not actually. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, Lizard Sting is 6 anyway. Let me just peek around real quick. Go to Return to Savage Shores. Yeah, none of these are going to be cheap. So actually, they're all expensive, basically. Yeah, Squall. Okay, Squall. That's a good one to keep in mind, but they got 5. They don't have enough for that one. I think what they'll do, though, is I think they're going to grab Helmsman for the Lizard Sting. I'm going to duplicate this. Put it on the home island. We got Exploding Shot. I might actually look at these UTs, though, too. Alright, so they just spent 2 more. Whoops. Whatever. So they have 3 gold left. I'm just going to figure it out right now if they want to spend it. I'm looking at their ships to see if they have helmsmen on all the ships they want helmsmen on. So Defeated Killness could have one. Actually, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Yeah, because she has 3 cargo, so she'd rather have a helmsman and 2 cargo than no helmsman. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate this again. Add it to Defeated Killness, and she'll still have 2 card spaces open because the Aegis Shield blocks the negative ability of Fruit, the UT. And then it looks like all the other ships that should have helmsmen already have them. That kind of takes care of the crew logistics. So now they only have 1 gold left, which I guess I'll just dump on their home island. Make sure it's a 1 coin. And then, like I said, I'm just going to peek at what these UTs are in case the Hangman's Joke should load any of them for her fog hopping expedition. So, yeah, I don't need that one. Nah, I don't need that. Protection from Davy Jones. That would be pretty good. But she's only going to be going through fog banks. She's probably not going to use whirlpools. So I think they're just going to keep that one safe on their home island because they'll want to use that way later in the game for like a 5-mast monster gunship or maybe a 6 or a 10-master or something like that. So, and yeah, most of these they won't need. Wine would be cool, but again, that's more of like an opportune moment strike. They don't need to do that yet. Elizabeth's piece of 8, and they got 2 of those. That's the crazy part. Man, this is crazy. No icebergs in the game yet. That takes up a cargo space. That works well with fog hopping, but they have one right near their home islands. They don't really need the Witch's Brew. They might not really use it hardly at all, actually. So she's not going to load any UTs. Hangman's Joke is fine as is. So Helmsman's for the Lizard Sting, and that takes care of the Cursed. They did a little launch, got a new ship, and the English are next. English grabbing some spices. Can't remember if this ship has a helmsman. Nope. Well, that makes more sense because she's already fast. So this one is not. She'll move that way. That's perfect. Antelope, no helmsman there. She'll go out this way. That was not quite right. Don't want to block the incoming ship here. And the King's Heart rolls for SAT. Didn't get it. So she's triple S right now. The Hound is coming in hot though, so I think she might move first. She already has resources. This is ugly. Alright, so I guess I forgot to unload the Hound spices, I guess? I don't know. I guess she'll just go back. Like with the Curse, the Sea Duck hadn't loaded the lumber, but she had just left the island. So in this case, I think it's a little silly to just dump the spices. So the Hound's captain forgot to unload, I guess. So she'll have to go back. And then the King's Heart moves towards the island. And this should be the Lady Provost, I think. Oh, King's Cove. Okay, yeah. I'm confused now. I guess they don't have the Lady Provost yet. I don't see her, so I guess not. And she has an Explorer. So she's moving 3 S's. Her ability won't kick in right now. She's not within Aspen Island at any point during the move action. Okay. So that takes care of the English. They can't launch anything realistically. They don't want to cash in the food. But they will be getting some gold soon. So that's good. Yeah, spices are worth cashing in because they're in the top half of the resource values, so that's not bad. Okay. So next we have the Vikings, who are still struggling to get much going, but oh no, they got some ships. Yeah, I'm starting to remember that now. I feel like it's been a while. It's only been about a week, but it feels like longer. Maybe because I just played CG4 a little bit, so now my memory of this game becomes foggier because of that game. Okay. Yeah, so they're mostly making trips right now. These 2 ships are going down south to try to get luxuries. I don't think either ship is going to be able to unload for the value change, though. A little too slow for that, it seems like. Yeah, the Vikings have expanded a bit. They started with 2 ships, now they got 5, so they're on the up and up. Trying to make some actual progress here. And the Frost does not have a helmsman. That's not good. Alright, she's only SS, so I guess she'll just go back to the same island along with the Sleipnir. Let me just peek at the UTs first real quick. Protection. So they got that one too. Shipwright, Runes of Destruction. Alright. Nothing big for the Vikings. Oh, what is... Oh, yes, this is an English ship. But she's letting the Fountain of Gold accumulate points, basically. So she's just going to explore islands from the English, possibly, and or just patrol their waters and kind of scope out the scene. Alright, so she's on her own. Dutch are next, so they got a lot of ships. They've got one of the biggest fleets by ship count. So this will take some time, but hopefully not too long. I'm gonna go as fast as possible, pretty much. Especially through kind of one of the more dull periods of the game. I am getting kind of worried there's not going to be enough combat or interesting things that happen. So, like I said, I might have to force something at some point, even just to keep my own interest. I mean, I love pirates, but just staying on Vassal and just like exploring endlessly is, I don't know. It's alright, but sometimes it feels like an arms race just for the sake of an arms race. So that's one flaw of campaign games, I suppose. They can become a little bit predictable. That's why it's fun to change up the rules. Use a different rule set each time. Things like that. Make house rules. Do wind in a campaign game. That would be fun. A lot of ways to change it up, so that's good. I always love how customizable the game is. I think I'm going to put music on because the Dutch are just moving as well. So I'm just going to see how much I can get done, basically. Alright, so now got the Barbary Corsairs. So unfortunately this is the end of the Pharaoh's legacy, which is pretty sad. So she's got all fire mass, so she has to be scuttled this turn if she's not rescued somehow. She's got some new T's on her, and she's got a bunch of gold. She didn't even take the maximum because there was no point. She pretty much knew she'd be doomed, but oh well. So there's a Queen of Sheba. You can try to save her, but she can't even reach her to tow her, let alone get her back to the home island to put out the fire masts. So the Pharaoh's legacy is now sunk. So she burns to the water line. So it's a sad turn for the Corsairs. So they lose this gold. These 3 UTs I'm just going to put up in the top left corner with the rest of the UTs. Put them up there. Alright, and then that's the end of the Corsair turn. Actually, nothing else really happened. They're still just sailing around. Alright. Next we got the Jade Rebellion. And they've got a fire mast, ship fire mast right now. Sea Rain. I think I'll roll for her fire mast first. Oh, nice. She eliminates it. That is awesome. Alright, nice. That makes me feel slightly better about the Ring of Fire. Still overpowered, but at least she was able to do something. Oh, okay. So that's from last turn when she docked. She didn't explore yet. So she gets to explore, which I guess she'll do right now. Yeah, might as well explore right now. Yeah, so the Ring of Fire effects happen when you dock there. But then, so now she doesn't have to roll for the effect again, because now she's just being given an explore action. So I'm going to go mark the island as explored for the Jades, and they get to explore their first island at the Ring of Fire, which is pretty exciting. Yep, so this is going to be the gold coin. 20. Oh, yeah, so they're each. Okay, that makes sense. So there's 5 coins worth 20 gold, but then there's UTs. So let's see what happens here. So she might get some gold. Relics, Nightmares Not, Marines, Castaway, and Gauntlet of Pestilence. So I think, oh yeah, they knew some of these were there. I remember that now. At least I think. Well, oh yeah, East Island, Ring of Fire. Yep. Oh, they knew about all 5 of them. Yeah, so they knew what they were getting into. So they sent her there anyway. I gotta look up what these custom ones do. The Gauntlet is bad, but oh well. Alright, once beginning each of your turns, 1 through 3, all of your ships get +1 to counter boarding rolls against all targets. That is really overpowered. Ah, this is disgusting. On a 4 through 5, when ship extra action, cancel an ability on a 6. Wow. I'm just gonna change this right away. No offense to the custom creator who made this, but in a campaign game, all of your ships getting +1 to cannon boarding rolls is ridiculously overpowered because the Jades might eventually have, they're going to have dozens of ships in play someday, or 100, and they might be engaged in some grand war. So I'm going to say, 1 to 3, I'm going to put 2. Because this is already wicked overpowered for a unique treasure, because it's a guaranteed good ability. They're going to try to get a 4 or 5. This is a really amazing UT. It's really great. It sounds like a negative one, but it's amazingly good. Alright. Just gotta nix it a little bit so it's not completely game breaking in a campaign game. I'm gonna try to apply this one next. This one's unfortunate. I guess I should do the Castaway first, unfortunately. Oh, but then, this is nasty. Well, Sea Rain doesn't have any crew. I'd much rather do the Castaway later. Because basically, this one, they're going to lose the crew anyway. So, I'm going to try to be nice to the Jades. And, they've already got a negative UT. So, I'm basically going to apply the Marines now. Or no, oh, that doesn't work. That would be so stupid. Never mind. Eliminate 1 crew or mast. So, she doesn't have a mast to spare. She only has 1. So then she has to lose the Castaway, basically, from the Marines. Unless she wants to sit there and wait for someone to rescue her, but they don't want to do that. And the Castaway is a weird one because you can basically, they could use that to get Calico Cat, because that crew assumes the ship's nationality. They could get any 3-point SA2 crew, but the problem with that is I'm using all the factions in the game, in this game, so I don't want to do that. Then the pirates wouldn't be able to use Calico Cat, which doesn't make any sense to me. So, I mean, the Jades have some solid crew, but most of their named crew are better than, or more than 3 points, so they would just get like a captain, so that's really boring. So, between all that, I'm going to have the Castaway. So the Castaway was used, we can pretend it was used to get, you know, a captain or whatever. The Marines eliminate that captain immediately. So he's dead. Castaway gets killed by the Marines, which makes no sense. It's supposed to be like an uninhabited volcanic island, but oh well. And then I'm going to place these other UTs on the ship first, and then I'm going to see what I can do here. Actually, I'm going to need another gold coin, so I'm not going to do that yet. Let me do the fog bank first. So Gauntlet of Pestilence is the nasty one. This one showed up in CD4 really early. Place a fog bank directly under the ship that touches the island without overlapping it. There's no crew left. And then any ship that touches the fog bank has to roll for the effect. So this just makes this island of the Ring of Fire even more nasty to go to, basically. So they can orient the fog bank, I guess, in any direction. So they're going to do that so that the numbers don't correspond with docking, and hopefully so that they can avoid the fog bank in the future. I'm going to place the gauntlet in the middle of the fog bank. Nice, goes right under the ship. So there's no crew. That doesn't have any effect. She's going to take, well, let's say she already finished the Explorer action, but so she's going to take another 20 gold coin. So, right on time. Just finished the French. They just launched, they had 40 gold, so they spent all of it to get 4 more gold runners. They're going hard on the launching and optimizing their gold system, which is definitely a great idea to do early on in games like this. So basically, they're probably going to go to the Luxuries Island some more, but I think they're gonna start expanding because they can afford to now. They've got got a lot of gold ships. All 4 were launched with helmsmen, so the minimum speed is SLS for 3 of them. And then the Artesian is gonna be moving even faster than that. She'll be going 4S speed. So they might go to some of these islands that have metals to the east. They might try to grab some spices to the west, especially because they don't anticipate luxuries being the most valuable resources for too much longer. They've got plenty of good options here. I think they have metals. Oh no, they have textiles to the north, so they might go there. So they're probably going to split up a bit more, and it should be pretty fun. And then, just to recap, Pirates launched their first ship, or their first new ship. Their first launch was the Jamaican Escape, custom 2-masted schooner. And then the Spanish were able to launch the Colector del Dia, which is one of my favorite ships. So it's a little bit more action, or at least some launching action here at the end. Thanks for watching, and now I'm into turn number 25, and I'm going to leave off on the second faction to go, which is the Cursed. Have a great piratey week.